How did you guys decide on, first of all, what you wanted to make and what you were going to make it out of? That had to be I've been at the start of a lot of businesses, and it's always difficult to take an idea like this, which, it's pretty much your idea, and make it work. How did you guys decide first of all, how did you decide what you wanted to make?
A lot of brainstorming, Bob.
Yeah?
A lot of brainstorming, a lot of talking. And we wanted to create something that was timeless and classic and appeals to all athletes, all ages, all different shapes and sizes. And I think we did it.
Okay. I can understand that. Classic, I think, is a great idea because it's not a fad. It's not like it's hot today and tomorrow no one remembers what it is. So it's good athletic clothing. How did you decide on the fabric that you use? This is not the only fabric that you use. You must use other fabrics, right?
We do have various fabrics that we use, but we do specialize in performance fabric, which is mainly a blend of polyester and elastane. But certain sometimes we'll add the jersey piqué as well, or a little bit different variations. But that was a lot of trial and error. We started out with some other suppliers who we weren't too happy with until we finally found this beautiful fabric after getting many swatches back from our supplier. And he also visited us, and we met with him in person, and he would bring his book of fabrics that we were able to feel, and then he would manufacture the samples for us. And so that's really what allowed us to finally feel like our fabric was top notch. And so we think we nailed it.
And all the different things that you sell. Let's just kind of give me sort of a list of you have men's clothing and you have women's clothing, right?
Yes.
So why don't we just talk a little bit about the types of clothing that you supply to men and the types of clothing that you supply to women, so we have an idea what's there.
So men's, we feature polos, performance polos, crew neck performance tees, which we gave to Bob. Yeah. We also have men's performance shorts and long sleeves as well, which are great. They're nice and lightweight, but perfect for layering. And for women, we feature tank tops, racerback tank tops, collared polos, matching sets, sports dresses. So we really do have a little bit of everything.
You sell those little tennis dresses like the pictures seen you guys in?
We do, yes.
Oh, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, those are really cute.
You guys design the clothing too?
We do. We design it.
How did you learn how to do all this stuff? That's what I want to know. This is tough stuff. This isn't stuff you learned in 8th grade.
No, well, just growing up as tennis players, we were always very into the fashion, and we really did have to do a lot of research on our own, and school, our colleges helped us with that as well, with the fashion aspect. But we researched the latest trends and styles in the market, and then we talked to our supplier about the latest fabrics that they have available, and they're able to send us swatches and different designs that they've produced, and then we talk back and forth. And what's great is too, we can wear it out on the tennis court or wear it to our local spin class or just running on the boardwalk, and then we're able to see how it works, how it would work for all athletes.
And then we also had a lot of support from our family too, especially from our dad, who has a business of himself, and he gave us a lot of feedback, support, and guidance along the way.
Well, that's a tough thing, really, is a lot of times an athlete, I see it all the time, actually, I'm a mechanic by trade, and I watch guys in the automotive business that were just fabulous mechanics that decided to open their own business, and then 3 weeks later they were dead broke and living on the street,
right?
Because there's a certain you have to acquire certain skills to be able to run a business.
Yes.
And well, let me stop there for a second. I'm going to ask you that question, but the first thing is, you guys get along great.
Thanks. Yeah, we really do. We do have a special relationship.
Yeah, you do.
It's fun because we're like best friends. We work during the day together, and then at night we'll go out together and have a good time, and so it's fun that way. We try to stop talking about business at a certain time of the day too.
I worked for a couple of guys a long time ago, and they had clearly defined. They owned their own business. They grew up together, went to World War II together, came back, opened a business together, and worked in the business until they died. but they had clearly defined duties that each one did. Do you guys do the same thing?
You know, we really do wear multiple hats in the business, and I guess
it naturally kind of falls into place. Like, I think my sister's has more of a creative side, and which she adds to the business.
Yeah, I do love doing the designing and the purchase orders for the future orders. And Kristen's great with sales, speaking to customers, which I also like doing as well too. But a lot of times too, we'll pick certain regions when we're trying to distribute to pro shops, and so Kristen will have region of Florida, and I'll take California, and we can just tally it up that way.
So you guys really do kind of split the duties between each other, but it happens automatically.
Yes, it does.
It does.
That's pretty cool. It's interesting that you get along as well as you do. You've been in business now since 2007. And that's enough. That's 7-year itch. I mean, that's enough time for most marriages to call it quits and start somewhere else. But so you guys are still together. And you're still doing well.
Yeah, we really enjoy it. It's great. It keeps us busy, and we love it.
Well, who taught you? I'm going to ask this directly to Kristen. Who taught you about business? Who taught you how to operate a business?
I would say my dad and also my husband, because he also has a business as well. So I kind of saw the behind the scenes of, he's my high school sweetheart. So I saw behind the scenes of how he worked a business when he started when he was young as well.
Your high school sweetheart? Your husband was your high school sweetheart? That's incredible. Well, God bless you. That takes guts to pull that off. Gee. All right, Candace, who taught you business?
I'd say my dad for the most part. Also, my mom I learned a lot from as well. And Sean, my husband, we've been married a little bit less than a year. He actually runs our internet sales of Cruise Control, our internet. And so all of them together really inspired me to learn different traits for running a business. And I feel so blessed to have them because I don't think I could have run this business without them or my sister. So it's nice to know you have a great support system. Did
you think it was going to be as tough to run the business as it really is?
It is definitely a challenge. So I knew it was going to be challenging, but there's always, new obstacles to overcome each day. So yeah, it definitely is a surprise once in a while.
What about you, Kristen?
I think the biggest challenge is a lot of the times the gear sells pretty quickly, and then making sure that it's available and ready for the next customer. I think that's like the biggest challenge that sometimes I get a little worried about.
It's just keeping your inventory up. Inventory's tough.
Exactly.
Inventory's tough. Yeah.
It's hard telling people too when something's out of stock if they really want a particular size or color.
Oh yeah.
But normally we do have great stock of items. So
it's the business aspect of stuff. Just the business aspect of the world. I had to teach myself everything. My dad died, and I had to take over the family business, and I had to teach myself the accounting. I was much happier in the garage working on a car.
Okay, right.
I hated being in the office, but I knew I made more money if I was in the office than I was in the garage.
Yes.
And you guys are in the same position. I mean,
right.
It's probably a lot easier to design and sew the articles than it is to try to sell them. So.
Right.
And put everything together. That's pretty cool. You say your husband, Candace, your husband runs the
Yes, my
internet?
husband Sean runs the internet sales for us.
So
yes.
he works for you.
Yeah, we work together. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. How big is the company? Is it just the 3-4 of you, or is it?
Well, we also have sales reps across the country.
Okay.
And also some great interns too that work for us.
We love interns around here.
Yes, they're wonderful.
They work for free, and you can't beat it.
Well, we actually do pay. We do pay them,
but where are you based? You must have a base of someplace, right?
Yes, my office is in Ocean City. It's right on 3rd Street.
Oh, okay. Could somebody walk up to knock on the door and buy a T-shirt?
Yeah, they certainly can. But for the most part, we carry just a few select items there for when buyers want to come in. A pro shop buyer wants to see the clothing. But I also welcome customers as well too.
All right, I got off the beaten track here. You did say that the polos are a new shirt. Right, a new item, is that?
Yes, well, we have a lot of new colors colors this year that are new.
Okay. How tough is it to put new things into your mix?
Well, we have a really great supplier, so it's fairly easy to add new products because we're constantly adding new products about every couple months because we want to just keep up with the latest fashion.
Okay. And where do you get these ideas for products? How's an idea strike you? What makes you think? What makes you decide? What makes you decide to do the polo shirts, for instance?
Well, we researched the latest trends and styles in the activewear market, and we talk to our supplier frequently about the latest fabrics and styles available, and we just keep up to date with what's out there, what's in the market, and we just try to work together to design the most comfortable and fashion-forward products for the brand, for the Cruise Control brand.
Okay. Kristen, what's your favorite product?
Ooh, that's a tough one because I really love them all, but if I had to choose my favorite product, I would say just the basic Live For It tee because I just love that slogan because it really appeals to players that are passionate about the sport of tennis.
And what about you, Candace?
Well, I would say our women's skirts. I love our skirts. It's great because we have the ability to choose from a short or long length. And so I love wearing both the short and the long. I interchange them. And not only are they great for tennis, but they're great for running, for general working out. I wore it to my spin class today. And they're also great for off the court. You can even run to the supermarket wearing them, and they're very flattering and figure friendly, which is awesome.
Figure friendly.
It is one of the most comfortable skirts you will ever wear, too. I'm actually wearing it now, too.
Yeah, and they have the attached little shorties inside, which are great.
Wow, that's pretty cool. All right. This has got to be a tough field to be part of, isn't it? The sportswear? Is it tough? Is it competitive?
It is a competitive market.
It is very competitive, yes.
Who are you up against? You're up against some big guys here, right?
Yeah, we do have a lot of big names that we're up against, yes.
Is this a niche market for you? Do you pick a certain spot that you want to be in, or you with the clothing that you offer?
Well, we really target a lot of the high-end resorts and country clubs. It's our main target. And then also with the regular online customer as well. So, yeah, I would say that's our niche. It's our niche, yes.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't find your stuff hanging on a clearance rack at Boscov's, right?
No.
Ain't no $5 T-shirts here, right? All right, so let me see. And what makes your product that much different than anybody else's?
Definitely the quality of the fabric definitely stands out.
Yeah, we do use the finest quality available, and our products are, very luxurious. They're travel friendly, which is great. They're wrinkle resistant, which is awesome when you're